Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of Something to Talk About. Usually it's Abby and I, but you may notice that this is not Abby.
Not Abby.
This is my friend Rebecca, and Abby's out on vacation this week, so she's stepping in to help out.
Hey, so yeah, not Abby, but hoping to step into her very sunshiny shoes.
Yes.
And fill the void this week.
Yes, we're so happy to have Rebecca, and we have a really, really good lineup of stories this week for you guys. You know, there's two things we always have on the show, and that's Chick-fil-A and dogs. And while we don't have Chick-fil-A for you this week, our first story is about a very sweet puppy, yes, named Lulu. So she is University of Alabama's unofficial mascot. She's been roaming the campus for about 2 years now. She's a very skittish Chihuahua mix, and students just love and live to see her pop up randomly around campus. But she preferred not to have a home, and people had tried to take her in and different things, but she just liked to be a roamer a little bit, which we all understand.
She's living that college life.
Yes, exactly. Embracing the college culture. So until recently, though, she has indeed found a home where she loves and wants to stay put. So yeah, everyone was getting really nervous a couple of days ago because she disappeared, and no one had seen her for a couple of days until Kevin Mount posted a photo of little Lulu sitting outside his front door.
So cute.
Yeah, so she resurfaced, and he kind of started to explain to everyone that Lulu began following him and his dog Carter, who's also a Chihuahua mix, near Bryant-Denny Stadium, and his dog Carter is a 4.5-year-old Chihuahua mix, and she spent 3 nights in a row howling at their door, just wanting to get in and spend time with Carter. And so he let her in, and she said that Lulu completely ignored him for days and only hung out with his dog Carter. But eventually she started to warm up to him, and recently he's crawled up in the bed, nuzzled up under his arm. And so yeah, he's taken her in, and she is very happy to finally found a permanent home.
She chose her family.
She did. It's really so sweet. So yeah, I love that story. He said that it amazes me that she went from being a dog that didn't want to be touched to where she will whimper and cry until I pick her up. Yeah, so it's a really sweet, happy ending to a story. But yeah.
Go, Lulu.
Yeah, we love you, Lulu.
Yeah, home and roll tide.
No.
Of a recent graduate from Texas A&M, so that's another school. Go Aggies. I did not go to an SEC school, so I will root for everyone.
Yeah. Nor did I.
So David Caceres graduated from Texas A&M, and he had a degree in management information systems from 2014. And he followed his dreams out to the West Coast, and he really wanted to work in Silicon Valley in a startup. And he hit a rough patch, and things didn't go his way, and he quickly ran out of money, and he was living in a van and trying to find jobs and going on interviews and coming up empty, and his van got repossessed, and he was sleeping on park benches. And as a last-ditch effort, he decided to go stand on a street corner with a sign that read, "Homeless, hungry for success, take a resume." I mean, he was in a suit and tie. That was it. As he was out there with his last-ditch effort, never give up. And, it paid off because somebody saw him, and that somebody was Jasmine Schofield. And she said, "Can I take a picture and post it on social media?" And he said, sure. And as these things do, it went viral. And, she said, I saw this young man, this homeless young man asking people to take a resume rather than for money. Please retweet so we can help David out. 100,000 retweets in a matter of days. He now is fielding job interviews and job offers left and right. And he just says, I hope this inspires other people to, in the same situation, to never give up. And I think it's just so great that this guy's going to get back on his feet, and he really, he pounded the pavement literally to do it. So I say good for you, and I look forward to, I think that's not the last we're going to see of him. I look forward to seeing what's next for him.
That's such a cool story, and it's so different and unique that he would say, "Here, take a resume. I don't want anything from you.
Yeah.
So please just take my resume and get it out there." And people have also actually started to pay for an Airbnb for him, just to kind of while he gets back up on his feet. So it's just a really cool story of people doing good. We love those.
Work hard, dream big.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Our next story is about one of our favorites, Miss Carrie Underwood, and you guys may all know that she has had kind of a hard year. She had this terrible accident last November. She was walking her dog and fell down a flight of stairs and had to have between 40 and 50 stitches in her face. So people were really worried, and she was kind of MIA for a while. So Carrie just come out and kind of said that she feels like she's kind of risen above it and had kind of an amazing year because of it. So she said it was a very soul-searching year for her. There were some personal things that happened, and she had an accident, and life is full of ups and downs, and she probably had a few more downs than ups this past year. But she has taken it and kind of inspired people to kind of never give up and keep chasing their dreams. And she says that a lot of times you notice more things about yourself than what other people are going to realize. So people, after they saw her and she came back out in the public and performed, a lot of people were saying they couldn't even tell the difference. And she has had a heck of a year since. She celebrated her 10-year anniversary at the Grand Ole Opry. She performed on American Idol, her new single, Cry Pretty, and she has
Powerful.
yeah,
that's a good one.
It's a really great one. She has an album coming out in September. She won her 18th CMT award, and that continues her streak of the winningest artist in CMT history. So despite all of these setbacks, Carrie has had an incredible year. And so she said to anyone who feels insecure, the first thing she would tell them is that we're all insecure, and it's just called being human, so that you can kind of rest in that fact and that comfort. But anyway, we love Carrie, and yeah, she's doing well, everyone. So, yeah,
She keeps inspiring us.
she does.
All the
Yeah,
time.
she can do no wrong in our book.
No. And another inspiring story comes to us out of Kentucky. A woman by the name of Katie Marks was at Peddler's Market in Bardstown, Kentucky, and she saw something that made her a little uneasy, and it was a flag that was all wrapped up with an American flag bearing a price tag of $45, and it was clearly a tribute flag to a fallen veteran. You know, around here we love to honor our veterans, and especially those who've paid the ultimate sacrifice, and so does Katie Marks. And she said it set uneasy with her to see this on a store shelf, and she says, how do you attribute any kind of value to something like this? So, you know, she said she went back to the store and she bought it, and then she was determined to figure out who it really belonged to. Turns out she did find out. It belonged to the family of Samuel A. Stewart, who passed away in the line of duty at the age of 40, and he was in the Army. And it turns out that the reason this flag was there in the first place was because his nephew, who had the ownership of the flag, had it in a storage container, and his family fell on some hard times due to some medical issues. And they sold the storage unit, as that happens sometimes when you're looking to make some money. When you fall on hard times, you know, that happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they didn't realize what was in there. So, so she is now determined to get that back to him. So she's, you know, set out a plan to return the flag, and she started a GoFundMe account to help this family through their hard times. And she's looking also to get some sort of military escort to return the flag. So
cool.
So cool. So I want to thank, you know, the family and Samuel Stewart for his service and sacrifice, and Katie Marks for her going above and beyond to honor him.
Yeah, that's so cool. And they actually also started a GoFundMe account, which you guys can donate to if you feel good about the story, just to help out the family who has fallen on hard times with some medical issues and whatnot. So yeah, again, just people in the South rising up and just doing some really awesome things.
Helping each other out.
Yes. Speaking of that, this next story is kind of similar. So Roman Presley Laws Milburn is his name, and he lives in Nashville. And so him and his wife have actually started to take in homeless people and kind of just give them a couple of days to just have a hot shower, a good meal, get them back up on their feet, leave them with $20 and some hygiene items, and then drive them wherever they want to go. And so he has not always done this, but he was at a red light recently and gave someone $5 and then rolled up the window. And he just quickly realized that he could do much more than that, and that we kind of all can. He says that giving money and driving off is just a way to make you feel better, as opposed to like really, really helping someone in need. So he ended up inviting that person to Cracker Barrel and then invited them back to his house for a shower. And just has kind of started to do this at least 2 or 3 times a month with a couple of different people, and they rotate in and out. He said they aren't bad people, they're just down on their luck, and the faster that we can kind of realize that, the world will become a little bit of a better place, you know. So he does it at least two or three times a month, and yeah, so it's just a really simple but sweet story, and we just want to say props to you and your family for opening your home like that. And he says, yeah, his number one thing is that he hopes other people pick up on the message and apply their own message. Maybe everyone has a kitchen and a bathroom, and every person on the street, not on the street tonight, is another person not on the street tonight. So it's just simple.
I love that. And I like, not everybody's going to do that. That's a big step,
It is.
obviously.
Yeah.
But it just shows you that, you can do something for somebody. There are little things you could do, but a small act can go a long way for somebody.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't have a whole lot, even the smallest act of kindness, I think can really make a difference. So great.
For sure. And finally,
to end on a light note,
we're going to go to the housing market in Granbury, Texas. It is really easy to sell a flashy big home.
Yes.
But to sell a tiny 2-bedroom, 1-bath home that is only 796 square feet, that takes a little creativity on the realtor's part.
Gotta get creative.
I mean, it's only $89,000. That's not a huge price tag, but it's not too flashy. So realtor Casey Lewis decided that one way to do that is to get an inflatable T-Rex costume and have someone walk around the home doing various activities. Mow the lawn, cooking, lounging the bed, taking a shower, and fishing in the river.
So fun.
As a T-Rex does. And I mean, obviously people were interested.
Yes.
The video's been viewed, or the listing has been viewed more than 10 million times. We looked at it.
That's
hilarious.
Crazy.
So, and it worked because there's a pending sale on these houses. So, realtors, get creative.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
It got our attention.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You guys, we're going to post all the links to these stories below, so you just have to click on them. But you have to check out these pictures. This gigantic T-Rex in this tiny little home doing like normal human things.
Yeah. If you need a giggle on your third day,
it's good.
Yeah.
And the house is sold, so it worked out, or it's about to be sold.
And then we're going to be optimistic.
10 million times it's been viewed. That's crazy. So yeah, when you're trying to sell a home, maybe get creative. Get some inflatable costumes and throw them in there.
I mean, who needs those $1 million listing guys?
Way to go,
Casey Lewis.
Yeah, way to go.
Way to go.
That's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks to Rebecca for helping me out.
Thanks for having me, George. This was super fun.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
So, that was great.
Yeah.
I saw you typing,